Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Kotobukiya's Earth Engine Impactor, and this is from the anime Captain Earth. A really great show from the start, but slowly derailed. Yeah, I lost my interest quickly after first couple episodes. Actually has a really cool the plot or the pilot episode. Really nice, though, especially the way they do the transformation sequence. Kind of reminds me of Gao Geiger when I first started watching it. It's amazing. But after that, the plot, the characters, yeah, it just doesn't work out for me. I do like the mech design. It's really nice, and they have a weird way of calling things. But yeah, that's that. Again, I like the robot or the mech, whichever way you call it, the Earth Engine Impactor, and I really want to get maybe a figure or a mold kit of it. Well, they first announced this mold kit, hence why I got this. I didn't realize they actually have a figure, which is I believe it's made by Mega House. It's a variable spec. It's almost the same height. I believe the figure is a little bit taller, just a few millimeters. Just looking at the specs they have online, and based on what I've seen online, I think the kit has a few more things than the figure. Yeah, but there are pros and cons. It's a mold kit, meaning you have to paint, you have to add the details, which gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of how you want to make it look or make it look better. And obviously the figure is ready to be displayed right out of the box. Anyways, getting back to this, here's the kit. Well, the box art, I guess. Sorry. And a few option things which we'll go over. And this is retailed at 6,800 yen, as listed here. Really pricey. Yeah, it's a cost of a higher end master grade in terms of Gunpla. And to be honest, that's kind of hard to justify. I mean, it looks really cool, and actually from the images I've seen online, I thought it was going to be a big kit, but you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. But here's the box art. I just want to quickly show this. So for the most part, this is actually the painted version of it. Let's see if this is the unpainted one. You didn't see the blue sleeves there, which should have been. So it's still not too bad, just out of the box. Alright, that's the box art. Let's take a look at the figure. Or, I mean, the mold kit. Alright, I got the kit right next to SRC, or Super Robot Jigoken Gurren Lagann. Yep. So this is the kit, and it's pretty much to scale with an SRC. Yeah. So it's actually a little small. Let me see what's another good comparison with this. Oh, I got an SD here, whatever I can reach. Here we go. Here's a Robot Damashi. Yep. I mean, compared to a Robot Damashi, it's slightly taller, but if you have a master grade, which I don't have within reach, what else I can? There we go. You have a Stormtrooper, right? Here's the SH figure of Stormtrooper. So it's about the height of a Stormtrooper, which is just a shy of 6 inch. So it's not that tall, and again, you're paying a master grade. Master grades are usually taller than that, probably 8 inch. So this is basically this build is like a high grade. Yep. It is undergated though, which is kind of interesting how they did certain parts with that. And the build is kind of interesting. It's a little different. It's not your typical Gunpla, but you know, for the most part, yeah, it's an enjoyable build. It's a little different. Let me put stuff away. Here we go. So this does come with a base here, because if you're trying to make him stand, it's gonna be a little tough. He doesn't have legs, or sorry, he doesn't have feet. Since hence the name, he's supposed to be just within the Earth's orbit, defending the Earth against alien. Yeah, the aliens trying to occupy it, or Again, really weird premise. Yep. I could try to make him stand. I mean, you have flaps there that you can move back, but it's not much. And you gotta be really patient, and you just gotta try your best. Try to balance that. It's like a tiptoe balance, and even then, I have a little hard time doing it. Maybe I got lucky this time. But I just want to show you, you can have him stand, but definitely gotta use the base. Anyways, that's that. Let me put that aside here. And so this is here's the kit. Really cool. Again, it needs a lot of work, but you know, without it, you can just pretty much just paddle line it. I think it should be fine. Alright, so going over the details, really nice. Actually, let me just adjust my brightness a little too bright. Yep, there we go. Alright, so going over the gimmicks and articulation, and something just pop off. Actually, kind of interesting. Well, while we're at it, the shoulder is connected on a peg going this way, and there's a little peg here which I'm not too sure. Is it just a spacer? Feels like this could have been inserted to something else. Yeah, so very interesting why they choose to do that. And it's just attached with a peg or a plastic bowl joint there. Right, so over here on the head, he kind of looks like a pirate. And actually the neck part, for some weird reason, it easily pops off. Not really a bad thing. I mean, you do have, you know, articulation there, but the chin kind of hits in the way or gets in the way of things. And actually, I'm not sure if you can see the eyes. The eyes and the faceplate is pre-painted for you. Yep, Kotobukiya does that from time to time, pre-paint certain things, which is nice. Although, yeah, we can do that too. I mean, it's not that. I mean, if you gotta paint this to make it look nice, you know, it's not that hard to paint that. But then again, it's too small for another piece, like a white piece to put in there. But I've seen that done before, so yeah, I'm not sure why they chose to paint that. But it's nice. And this thing keeps popping off. Oh, now for the shoulder, you got this interesting detail there. Zoom in. It's like barrels. Yep. And I think it's connected on this part here, which again is a straight peg from the shoulder top. And you get a bolt joint, which is good. Really nice. Then from here, you get an articulated section here, which you can rotate quite nicely. And you have an elbow bend with a separate elbow armor, which it just swivels, and it's actually quite loose. Not really a big thing about being loose. Yep. And this thing just rotates. And quite surprisingly, this elbow, it's really small, and you have this big mass over here. Yep. This part here does go up, this forearm protector. And you have the fist here. Similarly here also well. And yeah, it's this kit is quite articulate. You can have him in several poses. Really nice. Now actually, these fists are very articulate on the wrist. Just popping that out, you can move this out, and yeah, you can do a lot of things with that joint. Really nice. Although it's a little stiff, and moving it from this angle is kind of hard. You may have to take it out, but yeah. Actually, you can. There's other hands. So you have the open hand here. It's actually a little different from the figure. But again, you can move that a lot without risk, which is great. And even with this, you get the forearm guard, you can move up. Nice. Maybe you can do the Iron Man pose. Everything these days, gotta do that. Nah. But I think you actually can. I've attempted it. Let me just take that out. Put the wrist back here. There we go. Now moving down or here. Let's see, we have the torso here. You get the joint on top as well as the waist. Then you have, let me see here. So you have a bit of thrusters there. Then you have the waist joint. There is a polycap there. You can move this back, forward, and rotate this part here. It's a little bit stiff. And it does have a tendency to pop that joint open. It's just the white piece sandwiched that polycap, and over time, it's preferably you super glue that in place. Let me just pop this out. There we go. Put that in together. So there is a polycap there. Yeah, probably best is to glue that in place. Get this thing back here. And you do have a joint there, which is great. Side skirt. Yeah, that is not movable. And let's put this back here. There we go. So we got that part. Then you get this red piece here. Kind of looks like the knee. But you can move that. Then you have the knee here. Simple knee, but yeah, you can bend it. Quite nice. And on the back here, you have the thrusters. Then this part actually, it closes in like so, but it's kind of tough to pull it down. So trying to figure out an easier way to do this, but it's really stiff. And you just be careful when you pull it down. And even then, it won't let me. There we go. So you're able to slide that down and open it up. This is held by a bowl joint, plastic bowl joint in front. There's not, the blue part is limited. Can't really do much about that. So that's that. Then you have this back part here. I mean, you got more thrusters on the, you know, like a back here. This is just weird sometimes. You got like this crazy proportion, big shoulders, big legs, and you have really small core. Which in some sense, yeah, you kind of want to protect your core. Or make it small as possible. I mean, you can lose your arm, but that's fine. This part here is connected here on the back skirt. And you just have all this in a plastic bowl joint. It's kind of like his cape. It's really cool though. It's just on the back. It's like it's part of the coat. Or like a cape, yeah, basically. Yeah, from afar, it kind of looks like a pirate with that hat. Yep. Oh, he is a captain. Hence the name. Captain Earth. Oh, the Earth engine. Okay. After that, let's go over some of the gimmicks. Well, actually, let's put it here. Before we get to that, there's actually another mold kit part of this. This is the Earth engine, I think, original or regular. It might be an Earth engine regular. It's basically, this is where the pallet goes in, and this gets basically shot put into the space before he does his crazy transformation into this. And kind of like Gaugai like Gunleon. You start with the simple robot or the basic robot and becomes the big guy. Now this is all, there's actually articulation in this, very limited. Can't remember if, yeah, you can even move the head. 5 points of articulation. Your basic. Not too bad, and it's one of those nice to paint. It's gonna test your patience, and it's really small, about an inch. Yeah, nice. This one doesn't come with any base, so it's supposed to be, well, this is earthbound. We just leave it on the bottom of the base here, and hopefully it stands. Yeah, we'll see if I'm gonna paint it one of these days. Moving on. This kit actually comes with, you cut this out from the runner. This is their flat screwdriver, and actually initially they're used for putting this yellow vents here, because the way they are in the instruction, it's kind of hidden there, and you gotta push it in. So this is a little tool. Also, this tool, we take out the forearm here. You can remove the blue pieces with this. So you're just gonna slide it out from that part, and hopefully it comes out. That's the idea. It's not coming out. Come on. Yeah, it's... Is there a weight? Let's see. Well, if that's coming out, or if it's not coming out, use a blue tack. So blue tack is kind of like something sticky. Just press it in there, and there we go. Got it out. Yeah. Right. So we'll remove this blue thing. I keep getting my tongue tied today. And you have this clear effect part. Clear blue. There we go. Put this on, and he has a blade now. And let's see if we can. There we go. And there goes gravity. Yeah, that's gonna be one of the issues with this thing. It's the joint might not be strong enough to grab it. And I mean, there are ways to tighten the joint, but it's a polycap right there. Well, you just gotta play with it. Then you also have another one. It's kind of hard to this effect parts doesn't really show well with light. It's kind of translucent. And here's another one, so we can put it in both. Other than that, there is actually a head, the head Vulcan that you can change. So this one, I can't remember if it shows in the show, but this one pops out. It's supposed to move backward, but it's a part swapping piece. And you grab this thing here, put this on, and there you go. You got this kind of like cannon in front of the forehead. So this piece just goes on the back. It's actually cool. Here we go. Now the next part is his shoulder cannons, or missiles actually, right here. Now we see on the box, this is actually painted white, and I'm not sure if you can see the details. Yeah, just little minute missile, and it just goes here. Just swap it out. Let me see if I can even do that. There we go. Where's that red piece go? And oh, okay. The neck's also articulated. Forgot to mention that. Alright, so putting this on, yeah, it's just gonna be, it's an easy swap. If you want to have that open shoulder for the missiles, that's there. But let me put this back. And there goes the head. Alright. I have to put some... Again, with a ball joint getting loose, you can apply clear coat or other remedies or floor polish just to tighten that joint. Just make sure you let them dry in between. Alright, so... Or in between coats, I mean. Next part, let's see what else we got here. We already talked about the hands. You get both of them. Oh yeah. The greatest part. We have the forearm cannons. These are great detail. Really cool. And this one, you have to swap out the whole forearm. And you get another one with a clear blue. And yeah, so I think from the show, with this whole forearm, it's a housing this. And yeah, it just opens up. And make sure that thing is all the way there. Yep. And so just align it, and there you go. You get a forearm cannon. Really cool. It's quite massive too. And you gotta run into a problem of clearance. Yeah. Again, you gotta play around with this. Spacing, gravity and stuff. Right, so there we go. Overall, I'm quite satisfied with this. I cannot say I'm fully satisfied. I mean, there are a few things that's kind of cool, unique, but there are also things that the price-wise doesn't really justify what you're getting. I mean, it's a very nicely engineered kit. It's kind of like the show. He has all the gimmicks for the most part, and just that the price point. I think if I really like the show, that could have probably justified it more, but the show is okay. Or I didn't like it, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the review. I don't think I missed out anything. Well, hopefully not this time. Yeah, I think that's about it. Again, Kotobukiya doesn't have stickers. You have to paint it. And that's about it for the review for the Earth Engine Impactor from the Captain Earth animation series. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. I got mine from Ami. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.